Yo, what is up everybody, Jason here, and let me tell you, Prague is absolutely blowing my mind. This place is like stepping right into a fairy tale, but with way better beer. We're talking centuries-old castles, cobblestone streets that have probably seen some things, and more delicious food than you can shake a stick at. Over the next few days, I'm gonna take you guys with me as I explore all the best this city has to offer. We're talking iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and of course, some of that world-famous Czech beer. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready to experience Prague unleashed. We're about to dive headfirst into the top 13 things you absolutely cannot miss. First up, we're hitting up Prague Castle, an absolute must-see. A sprawling complex of palaces, churches, and gardens. We're talking about 1,000 years of history. Pro tip, get here early to beat the crowds. Morning light on those golden spires, pure magic. Check out St. Vitus Cathedral, the crown jewel. Gothic architecture with intricate details and stained glass. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to witness something truly incredible, the astronomical clock in Old Town Square. Now I know what you're thinking. A clock? Really, Jason? But trust me on this one, this is no ordinary timepiece. This bad boy dates back to the 15th century, and it's a masterpiece of medieval engineering and artistry. Every hour on the hour, this thing comes alive with a dazzling display of mechanical animation. I'm talking about apostles parading, Death himself ringing the bell, and a rooster crowing its head off. It's wild. But the real showstopper is the astronomical dial itself. It's a reminder that even in our fast-paced digital world, there's still room for a little bit of wonder and amazement. Alright guys, all this exploring is working up an appetite, and lucky for us, we're in the right place. Prague's culinary scene is off the chain, and today we're diving headfirst into some traditional Czech cuisine. Get your stomachs ready because things are about to get delicious. First things first, we need to talk about dumplings. I'm talking about hearty, doughy slices of heaven, usually served alongside roasted meats and gravy. Trust me, they are the definition of comfort food. Next up, we've got goulash, a rich, flavorful stew, often made with beef or pork, and seasoned with paprika and caraway seeds. And of course, no trip to Prague would be complete without trying some traditional Czech beer. For a truly authentic experience, head to a local restaurant in the Old Town. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Alright guys, get ready to be transported back in time because we're about to embark on a leisurely stroll across the Charles Bridge, one of Prague's most iconic landmarks. Trust me, this is the kind of place that'll make you want to ditch your phone and just soak in the moment. As you cross the Vltava River, take a moment to appreciate the bridge's incredible history. Built in the 14th century, this stone masterpiece has survived floods, wars, and even the test of time itself. Now, here's a pro tip. Visit the Charles Bridge at sunset for the most magical experience. Be sure to take your time as you stroll across the bridge, stopping to admire the intricate statues that line its sides. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not hop on a river cruise for a unique perspective of the bridge and the city skyline? Alright guys, today we're heading to a place that's more than just a wall. It's a symbol of peace, love, and the power of expression. Get ready to be inspired at the John Lennon Wall. Located in a quiet square tucked away from the hustle and bustle of Prague's tourist traps, the Lenin Wall is a colorful tapestry of graffiti, messages, and artwork, all dedicated to the legendary John Lennon and his message of peace. Now, the Lenin Wall isn't just something to look at, it's an interactive experience. Grab a marker, let your creativity flow, and leave your own mark on this ever-evolving work of art. It's a living, breathing testament to the power of art and the enduring legacy of John Lennon. Hold on tight guys because we're about to step into the heart of Prague's energy Wenceslas Square. This ain't your average city square, it's a bustling boulevard, a historical landmark, and a social hub all rolled into one. Get ready for sensory overload in the best way possible. Now Wenceslas Square isn't just about the here and now. This place has seen it all, from political demonstrations to celebrations of freedom. As you stroll down the square, you'll be greeted by a vibrant mix of old and new. Take your time exploring the side streets and hidden alleys that branch off from the square. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by the energy of it all, head up to the top of the National Museum for a bird's-eye view of the bustling square below. Alright history buffs, this one's for you. Today, we're stepping back in time at the National Museum, a treasure trove of artifacts and exhibits that tell the story of the Czech Republic from its earliest days to the present. Located at the top of Wenceslas Square, the National Museum is hard to miss. Its grand neo-Renaissance facade is a sight to behold, and trust me, the inside is even more impressive. We're talking about a vast collection of artifacts, from prehistoric tools to medieval manuscripts, that offer a fascinating glimpse into Czech history and culture. As you wander through the museum's halls, You'll be transported back in time, discovering the stories of the people, events, and ideas that have shaped this nation. One of the highlights of the museum is the Natural History Collection, which features a fascinating array of fossils, minerals, and taxidermied animals. And for art lovers, the National Museum's collection of Czech art is a must-see. Alright guys, we've been exploring Prague by foot, but now it's time to experience the city from a whole new perspective. The water. Hop aboard a Vltava river cruise and get ready for a relaxing and scenic journey. Glide along the Vltava River and enjoy breathtaking views of Prague's iconic landmarks. The Charles Bridge, Prague Castle, and the National Theatre look even more impressive from the water. Relax, unwind, and soak up the atmosphere of this enchanting city. And if you're lucky enough to be cruising at sunset, get ready for a magical experience. Alright, architecture enthusiasts, get ready to have your minds blown because today we're checking out the Dancing House, one of Prague's most unique and controversial buildings. Trust me, this ain't your grandma's architecture. Designed by renowned architect Frank Gehry, the Dancing House, also known as Fred and Ginger, is a celebration of deconstructivist architecture, a movement that challenges traditional norms and embraces unconventional forms. From the outside, the Dancing House looks like something out of a Salvador Dali painting. Its twisting, curving facade, made of glass and concrete, resembles a pair of dancers caught in mid-twirl. But the Dancing House isn't just about aesthetics. Even if you're not a fan of the building's exterior, the views from the top are worth the visit. Alright guys, you know I love to throw in a unique experience, and this one is definitely not for the faint of heart. Today, we're taking a day trip to the Sedlec Ossuary, a small Roman Catholic chapel located about an hour outside of Prague. And yes, you heard that right, it's a chapel decorated with human bones. The chapel's interior is adorned with the skeletal remains of an estimated 40,000 to 70,000 people, arranged in intricate patterns and designs. It's a stark reminder of our own mortality and the cyclical nature of life and death. The history of the Sedlec Ossuary is as fascinating as its appearance. Whether you're a history buff, an art enthusiast, or simply looking for an off-the-beaten-path experience, the Sedlec Ossuary is a must-see. Alright, culture vultures, get ready for a night of elegance and artistry at the National Theatre, one of Prague's most prestigious cultural institutions. Trust me, even if you're not usually an opera or ballet person, the sheer grandeur of this place will blow you away. Located on the banks of the Vltava River, the National Theatre is a stunning example of neo-Renaissance architecture, its facade adorned with sculptures of famous Czech artists and composers. Stepping inside is like stepping back in time, with its plush velvet seats, gilded balconies, and sparkling chandeliers. The National Theatre is home to world-class opera, ballet, and drama performances, featuring some of the most talented performers from the Czech Republic and beyond. Now here's a pro tip. Even if you're not planning on seeing a show, it's worth taking a guided tour of the theater. It's a unique opportunity to witness the dedication and artistry that goes into creating these world-class performances. Alright, shopaholics and foodies, this one's for you. Today, we're ditching the tourist traps and diving headfirst into the heart of Prague's local life, its vibrant and bustling markets. Get those wallets and stomachs ready because we're about to experience the true flavors and treasures of this city. From fresh produce to handmade crafts, Prague's markets offer a sensory overload of sights, smells, and tastes. One of the most famous markets in Prague is the Havelska Market, located just a stone's throw from Old Town Square. Here, you'll find everything from traditional Czech puppets and wooden toys to hand-painted ceramics and bohemian crystal. For a true taste of Prague, head to the Jiroho Z Podobrad Farmers Market, held every Wednesday through Saturday in a charming square in Prague too. It's the perfect place to grab a picnic lunch and soak up the local atmosphere. Alright guys, after all that exploring, it's time to kick back, relax, and experience one of Prague's most beloved traditions, beer gardens. Trust me, there's no better way to soak up the city's laid-back vibe than by sipping a cold one in a picturesque outdoor setting. Prague's beer gardens are more than just places to drink beer. They're social hubs, gathering spots for friends and families, and a quintessential part of the city's cultural fabric. One of the most iconic beer gardens in Prague is the one located at Letna Park, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the city skyline. Grab a bench under the shade of a chestnut tree, order a pint of local beer, and watch the world go by. For a more intimate experience, head to one of the many beer gardens tucked away in the courtyards of Prague's Old Town. It's a one-of-a-kind setting to enjoy a beer and soak up the city's magical atmosphere. So there you have it, folks, our whirlwind adventure through Prague. From the historic castles to the quirky architecture and the hidden alleyways, this city has left its mark. We've explored ancient wonders, tasted incredible food, and soaked up the unique energy of this incredible city. But most importantly, we've created memories that will last a lifetime. Thanks for joining us on this unforgettable journey through Prague. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more travel adventures.